The UK government says it is withdrawing from the controversial Energy Charter Treaty after efforts to modernise it ended in stalemate. Britain has blamed EU infighting for scuppering a bid to reform a post-Cold War energy treaty meant to protect fossil fuel investments. The government said the UK was withdrawing from the Energy Charter Treaty, ECT, after efforts to modernise it ended in stalemate. Established in the 1990s when the world energy system was heavily dominated by fossil fuels, the controversial treaty enables foreign companies to challenge energy policies which they say threaten their investments, using secretive arbitration courts. It was originally designed to boost international energy investment, but a number of Western European countries have faced costly legal challenges over reducing their reliance on fossil fuels and encouraging renewables. Britain's withdrawal comes amid continued deadlock in Brussels, with current EU Council presidency holder Belgium urging government delegates at a meeting earlier this week to quickly endorse an EU-level withdrawal, according to a diplomatic source cited by Euronews. The source told the publication the outcome was a shared frustration over the European Commission's refusal to come up with a proposal which would have allowed member states that stay in the ECT to vote on its modernisation and remain inside. The European Commission insists the EU's single market rules make it legally impossible for some countries to remain while others and the EU as a whole. Britain's Department for Energy Security and Net Zero said efforts to modernise the treaty to better support cleaner technologies had led to stalemate among European countries. The UK has joined France, Germany, Spain and the Netherlands in withdrawing from the agreement. Graham Stewart MP, Minister of State for Energy Security and Net Zero, said, "The Energy Charter Treaty is outdated and in urgent need of reform, but talks have stalled and sensible renewal looks increasingly unlikely. Remaining a member would not support our transition to cleaner, cheaper energy, and could even penalise us for our world-leading efforts to deliver net zero. With £30 billion invested in the energy sector just since September, we continue to lead the world in cutting emissions, attracting international investment and providing the strongest legal protections for those who invest here." Sean Spears, executive director of environmental think tank Green Alliance, added, "Civil society organizations and parliamentarians from all political parties have been clear that the Energy Charter Treaty is an out-of-date agreement and undermines our efforts to tackle climate change. We welcome the UK's decision to leave, which will strengthen global efforts to roll out cheap, clean renewable energy."